Welcome to Daily Meditation with Sangha Live. Hello. Good morning. Here we are. Tuesday. Mangalwar. Mangalwar is the Hindi name for Tuesday. And Mangal means love. Mangal. So hence the chant I was just doing. Sabbe ko mangal hai. This means love to all, love to all, love to all. Sabbe ko mangal hai. Sabbe or ko mangal hai. Love to all. So it's rather nice, just sitting here, chanting, opens the voice, opens the heart, grounds the body, wakes up the cells, and infuses the being with this sense of kind of expansive, loving awareness, metta. So, here we are. Yesterday we were speaking about, just a little bit about that sense of being here. All that can mean, actually, just the conventional sense of being here. And then the deeper or more fundamentally mysterious sense of being here. What is it to be here? It's a so simple question. What is it to be here? But, try to find a complete answer to that question. What is it to be here? And it completely defies, any kind of fixedness, any kind of completion. So, how do we find a way into that question? What is it to be here? Well, first, what lets you know, just right now, what lets you know that you're here? Maybe it's... And don't go just to the thoughts about being here, because your thoughts can tell you any old rubbish, right? But probably your thoughts will tell you the story about being here. Oh, I'm here in my home. I'm here at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm here, What lets me know I'm here? Well, I recognize the room around me. Okay, don't go to that stuff. Come in and down. Come into a more uncommon sense. Leave your common sense alone and come into an uncommon sense. What lets me know I'm here? What lets me know directly? Well, sensory stuff, right? Hearing. Hearing is definitely just happening here. The story will say, oh, the sounds are over there, the sounds are out there, the sounds of the birds in the trees. But actually, hearing isn't out there. Don't know if you can hear that. The first frogs of the season. So frogs, right? It's here. The hearing of frogs is here. The feeling of body sitting is here. And the feeling of my voice form and hearing the sound is here. So actually, just sensory data gives me a different, more immediate and more intimate sense that I'm here. So that's always a good place to start. What else? What we find is the more we come into that kind of sensory aliveness, the more the feeling of intimacy and immediacy, being really inside experience and being right now with experience, intimacy and immediacy, that increases. Frogs are really getting going now. So notice that for yourself. Come into the sensory aliveness of things and feel how the sense of immediacy and of intimacy increases. Oh, yeah. Now, we can't really say much about where here is, what the edges or limits of here are. but the sense of, here, by which I really mean the sense of presence, the sense of awakeness, the sense of mindfulness, increases. And maybe, we stay with that, maybe you have the sense actually that, this, most fundamentally, this is where we always are. Right? Regardless of the stories and the descriptions, regardless of the changing scenery, where we always are, most fundamentally, is here. And that's not just the experience of that, but the understanding of that is really, really significant. Because most of us, we go through our day sort of leaning away from here to there, where I'm going, what's going to happen when I get there. We're caught in stories of the three fields of time, stories about the future and the past and about the present. We always hear about being lost in the past, lost in the future. Well, you can get just as lost in the present, with our stories about what's happening rather than our intimacy with what's happening. But when we understand that most fundamentally life is here, we are here, then we realize that being here isn't difficult, isn't complicated, it's the most natural thing. And what's the route to being more fully here, more fully present? It's not wrestling with our mind. It's not, or kind of doing something complicated. It's not getting rid of our thoughts. It's actually just a moment of dropping into this here-ness. If you want to be more fully here, then relaxation and gentleness are the instant ways into presence. And that goes for any moment, in any activity, anywhere, with anyone. It's interesting that we so often feel, I did my meditation this morning, and then I just get lost during the day. Of course you do. Mind moves. But what do you do in the moment when you notice you got lost? Do you wrestle with your mind? Do you blame and judge yourself? Oh, excuse me. Do you blame and judge yourself? Do you get so busy with where you were caught up and why you were caught up and how long you were caught up that's just more being caught up? Or can you just in that moment, relax. Relax. You're already here. Relax. You're already here. Relax. You're already here. Relax and be gentle. There's nothing wrong with you. Just that. What about if our practice was just integrating that? Relax. You're already here. And be gentle with this moment. Be gentle with your experience in this moment. There's no need, there's nothing to find fault with. Nothing to blame or judge. Then it becomes more obvious that it's quite easeful, quite restful, quite natural, quite effortless to be here. And that the sense of here can then fill out more. And that sense of being non-contentious with our life, non-contentious with this moment, non-contentious with experience, non-contentious with our sense of self, non-contentious with the way we're meeting the aliveness of the world. And all that can then increase and fill out. So friends, Sit up straight if you're not already. Fold your legs into something of the formality of meditation. Let your hands come into rest in your lap or on your knees. Take a deep breath or two if that helps to feel into this sensory immediacy. Take your seat for meditation. Let yourself feel the way your breath, quite effortlessly, quite naturally, coming and going. And relax. You're already here. Be gentle. There's nothing wrong. So let those 2 lines be your meditation instruction. Relaxing into the sensory aliveness of being here. And often that means, seeing the way your attention habitually goes up and out and just gently letting it come in and down, relaxing into being here. In and down into your belly and the feel of the movement of breathing. In and down into the sensation of sitting. In and down. So that even if you're noticing sound, you're not really listening with your ears. You're listening from your belly. You're listening from a depth of embodied awareness. Letting yourself feel how relaxation takes your attention downwards. Allows your attention to soften and sink and settle. Even if your attention is quite flighty this morning, even if you have to keep returning and returning to a sense of presence. So if you can really taste these two qualities, right, of relaxation and gentleness, and taste the sense of just softening, relaxing, sinking into a very natural sense of being here, natural movement of breath. Sense that there's nothing to do, as if presence is your home. And then there's also the tasting this quality of gentleness. As if there's nothing you need to fight with yourself about. Nothing you need to reach for, nothing you need to resist, nothing wrong. Relax. You're already here. Relax. Just give up that stray thought that's pulling at your attention. Let your meditation be a process of becoming skillful at recognizing those thoughts, those impressions, those stories, those movies and memories that pull at your attention, and become familiar with the relief, just dropping them in the service of a wakeful, easeful, relaxed and gentle presence. just like this. relaxation as a way into the pleasure of meditation, the pleasure of stillness, the pleasure of simplicity, and the pleasure of openness, the pleasure of steadiness. The pleasure of quietude, the pleasure of harmony, of a mind that's not turned against itself. Relaxed presence, gentle presence, loving presence, easeful presence, blessed presence. May we all maintain a relaxed and gentle inner life, regardless of circumstance, so that even in the midst of conflicts and hardships and misfortune, actually most especially in the midst of the inevitable hardships and conflicts, misfortunes and injustices, may none of those circumstances detract from a relaxed and gentle life. The ground of living more fully, more fluidly, and more freely.
Today's podcast is an offering to you from our archive of freely available live daily classes. We make wisdom teachings and meditations as freely available as possible to as many people as wish to practice. You can help ensure we can continue to support a worldwide Sangha by leaving a review wherever you get your podcasts, by sharing this with someone who'd be interested, and by offering a small financial support at sangha.live/donate.